Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Piglet here once again, and I'm Mickey Mouse here. We are back for the Maxi Toys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Super Smash Bros. Melee from the Nintendo GameCube. So last time that we actually did select Ice Climbers in Adventure mode, even though we pretty much did a domination run for Ice Climbers in, surprisingly, in normal difficulty in Adventure mode. So not digress though, and we managed to kick the butt out of the Giga Bowser at the end, which I found is pretty fantastic. So, anyway though, so today for this episode, we're about to returning back into Classic mode and actually select one of the two original, remaining two characters from the 8 original, characters when you get from Super Smash Bros. 6, sorry, I can't speak today. Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 64, we're actually starting with Fox McCloud, and Fox McCloud, he behaves exactly like how he does it before, even though he does have the, familiar moves, like, the smash attacks and everything. There is, the standard B attack, which allows, Fox McCloud can actually shoot out the gun, pistols and stuff. And then there's also the likes of, the up B attack, which allows, Fox can actually just to deal with the fire, ability, which can actually, you can only use that once you actually deal with, like, let's say a really handy feature whenever you're trying to actually recover yourself from the, not to fall down on the bottomless pit below. And then also the down B attack, which you can actually be using the hexagon, just like how it does it in the N64 title. And what's nice about the hexagon ability is that you can actually reflect the projectile back at the other opponents, which might be really handy for you if you're actually trying to actually deal with those projectiles to dodge with. Especially how you actually try to like think of the likes of the pistols from Falco, for instance, even for another color scheme of Fox as well. So even then, it might be really handy for you if you're actually trying to reflect the projectile back at them. So yeah. Anyways, here we have to break the target's level for Fox, and I think this one is somewhat a little bit trickier for me, because although it's not so bad in the beginning part, because you can like deal with those targets no problem, despite the fact that you need to actually just constantly doing the shooting the guns all the time, and also not to mention, there was actually a pretty tricky section nearly towards the end, but even then, we'll get to that sooner or later. But for now, let's go ahead and try to actually get these targets down. And then hopefully we can actually just to get these things going. Although it's really weird at this footage right now is that originally during the gameplay footage, that these little square things which you're not supposed to touch, which I'm assuming these are heat blocks, which that's probably is this situational thing. We overshoot into that tiny platform. I think we need to go like a bit farther to the right until we actually get this thing right. Oh well though, what can you do? But anyways, now we move on to first against Link in the temple level, so I wonder how this will actually turn out to be. Of all the original characters we're actually going to be playing as, I think Fox is definitely the most difficult character to use in my honest opinion. Next to Samus from again from Classic mode. But the recent solution to this is that I found him to be quite stiff and quite fast sometimes for me. Especially his dropping distance is actually a little bit too much. Even for standalone things, is that well obviously that even though we don't have many problems with Fox McCloud, he's actually a really awesome character. Especially how his first appearance was actually obviously in the Star Fox series, most likely in Star Wing, as well as the cancelled Super Nintendo title known as Star Fox 2. Even though that game was supposed to be in development during the Super Nintendo, but it's never been planned out at the end. So even then, this one's I think that's a basic prime example of this. They want to actually jump into Nintendo 64 system, so I think that's what this is going. Or perhaps maybe... Oh, you're gonna be kidding me. So this might actually be the longest battle so far for this little point right there, is because obviously Link is doing really well in this fight. And as well as in that though, I'm pretty sure that, not to mention Link constantly get himself a Starman all the time, which I don't think if this is anything possible with that if we're actually going to be fighting against with Crazy Hand. Although the only time you won't able to fight against with Crazy Hand on that time is the fact that you can actually use the continue from it, so don't you ever dare get the Starman. There we go. Alright, I think that's about time to actually just You gotta be kidding me. So, unfortunately though, for this little week session of during the Super Smash Bros. Melee department, even though that we haven't been into this game since a couple of days ago, so even then we really do apologize if we actually gotta come back to this Let's Play. And even though, as a result from that we definitely need to catch up to this Let's Play finished with. Even though originally we're gonna do this with the event smashes as well at the end, but unfortunately we've run out of time, and also I don't think we can actually plan this out. So unfortunately that's not the case. So somehow we're gonna team up with the heavy characters, most likely Bowser and Donkey Kong, which is kind of surprising. Because even then though, that we can actually take care of giant Jigglypuff until then, so we'll see how this turns out. And then again, since as you can probably saw from the earlier one, is the fact that Fox actually has a side special attack. This means it allows Fox to do a quick dash, which it might be really handy at first as soon as you actually recover in midair and such. But do not use it all the time, because sometimes that like, try not to overdo it though, especially when you come towards the bottomless pit or something. Mainly this stage most likely, because it'll carry you over too forward. And if you probably could tell already about the fact that you can't actually do a second jump once you've actually already done that, that Fox, little, quick dash, and as a result from that, you might easily overshoot this stuff really quickly, and as a result from that, there was a little bit of a situation when I was like, when we actually deal with, when we actually did play this game in our own time, when we actually play as Fox all the time, sometimes I found myself just actually overshooting those tiny platforms really fast, and as a result from that, that really, like, really drives me insane. But anyways, we're gonna have to deal with another teammate battle, which was Team Donkey Kong. And this usually takes place in Jungle Japes, but for some reason it has like a DK rap going on. We even don't know if we haven't encountered this team battle for let's say for dozens of old times or something. So anyway, so that digress though. So let's see how this is gonna turn out to be. So even though Team Donkey Kong might be the trickiest team matches, especially in the normal difficulty side of things, because obviously Team Donkey Kong actually has a little bit of a higher defense department, and I'm pretty sure that just so much to say so, that I'm pretty sure we might as well get butt kicked, especially if we actually don't get ourselves some rubbish Pokemon. I think the worst Pokemon out of all in during the Pokeballs in the Smash Bros. Community, that was the Goldeen. And basically the Goldeen, what he can do is, well, obviously he can't do anything, but besides, I don't know what that thing will actually do throughout, so it's maybe about its worst though. It's especially noticeable when you gotta be kidding me. So yeah, as you can tell right there, one of the items actually introduced in this particular installment of Super Smash Bros., which is actually a bunny's hood, which actually has a first appearance in Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, specifically on the N64 version, and especially the 3D version as well. But even then though, technically it has that in Ocarina of Time as well, but even then though, you don't usually use that often, so... Well, at least as far as I'm concerned from that anyway, although it's besides the only points of the bunny hoods to begin with Ocarina of Time as a game itself, it's just the side quest. So yeah, you get the idea, so I don't think we got enough time to actually make our way towards the end though, so we'll just have to take this exit then. Could've, would've, but, you know, could just be more potential side of things, so let's go ahead and face off with guns with Metal Nurse. So let's see how we can actually deal with this. So yeah, there's not much else we can say about Fox basically. He behaves exactly like how he does in the original game, besides that there's this really tricky situation that crap. Unfortunately though, we only have one stock left, and as a result, I found Fox to be quite difficult to control sometimes. At least in my honest experience with that anyway, and as a result, that if we actually lost that last stock, we probably won't ended up fighting against with Crazy Hand. At least, even though compared to how it does it with Samus, that we actually did wasted our time in that one match against Young Link. But now this time that we actually wasted our time against with Link in the temple on the exact same level too. Or in this case, the exact same stage as well, which is kind of ironic. At least in my honest opinion for that anyway. So anyways, now we're actually done with Metal Nurse, and now we're gonna be, as usual, just go fight against with Master Hand right now. But even though we only have to deal with just only one stock left, but if we actually go first continue, I don't think we're gonna have the ability to actually fight against with Crazy Hand, because that was actually a... the second method of you can't actually fight against with both Master Hand and Crazy Hand if you don't do it properly. So even though we'll actually try our best with Fox though, even though despite that it has been a long time since we've played as Fox in this game, so we probably have to say that until now. So let's just hope if we actually go for a bit, don't get hit most of the time, especially with the Master Hand's techniques. So let's just go say that until just about now. So let's go ahead and shoot those missiles, or in this case pistols. While doing so, that Crazy Hand joins in. I wonder how this could be hard as it could be, but even now we don't want to let our percentage meter go ridiculous amount of increases. So at least, especially when the exact same Crazy Hand and Master Hand use techniques like this. So yeah, there's no way we can deal with those two, including Crazy Hand as well. So there we go, Crazy Hand. So from now on, we're gonna have to just fight Master Hand right now. So unfortunately, just like Samus though, that you know, we can't actually deal with Master Hand and Crazy Hand in this particular character. So oh well. But this way we actually get into the latest characters, more likely Pikachu, Luigi, and especially Ness, Captain Falcon, and even Jigglypuff especially. That we can actually just deal with both Master Hand and Crazy Hand simultaneously or something like this. So that's how that usually works in my little parts. So anyway though, so I guess there's not much else you can say about Fox basically, although we'll talk more into these other informations until when we actually get to the next video, which will actually be the next playable character. In this case, the last original 8 characters, which will have to be Pikachu, which that will be for the next video, so in case if you probably already noticed until now. So anywho, yeah, unfortunately though, no Crazy Hand for this Fox McCloud run, so even though we did try it, but the fact is, it's just the amount of times that we actually did fall off into the bottomless pit, even for the arenas itself, which is like a temporarily accidental. And also not to mention that we actually get kicked butt by the Link at the you know, the wasting time match. But even though it's pretty much an okay run. Not the best in the entire Let's Play department, but let's go ahead and use our Skadoosh. And there we go. That concludes Fox in classic mode. Overall, he's not bad of a character in Super Smash Bros. Melee. But the only problem is that we haven't played as him for the longest amount of time. So even though we need to get back into him eventually at some point, mainly in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and even Super Smash Bros. 4 of the Nintendo Wii U. Although you're probably thinking, what about the 3DS version? Honestly, we don't think we can tackle for the 3DS version of Super Smash Bros. Obviously, because for one, we don't have the ability to use the capture card device, and also it might actually feel really nerve-wracking if we're actually going to be doing this on camera. That way it will give us a bit of a problem with the circle pad. Because usually, if you play Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS aggressively, you might find yourself easily just about manage to get your circle pad broke. Especially noticeable in Nintendo 3DS XL most likely. Although granted, in the 3DS, the original model of the 3DS, even the 2DS for that matter, I don't think they're actually trying to break the stick or something, or in this case the circle pad itself. Although what it does is just basically just fades the plastic or rubbery thing off. So unfortunately though, that we're not going to do the 3DS version of Super Smash Bros. 4, so only the Wii U version as far as I can see. So anyways, before we actually end things off though, it's the fact that we need to actually retry, or in this case redo, the target test run with Fox so that we can actually do it successfully. Because of that though, the same goes for the likes of the other characters if we're actually having struggling with those types of feelings. Although luckily there's actually a retry option, just like how it does in the original game, so yeah, as far as we can actually just notice that until now. So from now on, let's go ahead and concentrate, just actually break most of the targets until now, even though we can actually do this off successfully, rather than just actually kept on failing on purpose. But even then, we'll try our best if we actually just to perform itself, so let's just do this, and let's carefully just to perform this point, and blast it, and we actually broke the new record. perfect timing to actually finish this part off. So yeah, join us next time on Let's Play Super Smash Bros. Melee. Is the fact that we're returning back into classic mode and select the next and probably be the last original 8 characters in this game will have to be Pikachu. So yeah, see you guys next time. Later, fellas. Well, at least the N64 version anyway.